The statue of the Happy Prince stood high above the city. It was all gold. The prince's eyes were 2 blue jewels, and a large red jewel shone on his sword.
He is beautiful,
everyone said.
Yes, he is beautiful, but he is not much use.
When a little boy cried, his mother said to him,
Why aren't you like the Happy Prince? He never cries for anything. He always looks happy,
said a sad man, and he looked up again at the beautiful gold statue.
He looks good and kind,
said the poor children. One night, a little swallow flew over the city. Swallows do not like the cold, and they always fly to a hot country in the winter. All the little swallow's friends were in Africa now, and he wanted to go there too. He flew all day and arrived at the city at night time.
Where can I stay the night?
He said. Then he saw the statue.
That is a good place,
he said.
I'm going to stay there.
He flew down and stopped between the feet of the Happy Prince.
I have a gold bedroom,
he said softly.
But I am so tired. I am going to sleep now.
But at that minute, a drop of water fell on him, and he cried,
There are no clouds in the sky, and it's raining. This is bad.
Then another drop fell. Then the swallow said,
This statue can't keep the rain off. I am going to look for a good roof.
Then a third drop fell. He looked up, and what did he see? The Happy Prince had tears in his eyes, and he had tears on his beautiful gold face. It made the little swallow very unhappy. Then the swallow asked,
Who are you? I'm the Happy Prince.
Then the swallow asked,
Why are you crying then? You made me very wet. Years ago, I lived in the world and had a man's heart, answered the statue. And then I was never unhappy. I played with my friends in the garden all day. I never looked over the wall. Everything inside it was very beautiful.
Everyone called me the Happy Prince. So I lived and so I died. When I died, they put my statue up here. I am high up and I can see all the ugly things and all the sad things in my city. I have a heart of lead, but I am crying.
So he's not all gold, thought the swallow. I see a poor house in a little street, said the statue. One of the windows is open, and through it I can see a woman. She is sitting at a table. Her face is thin and tired. Her little boy is lying ill in the bed. In the same room. He is asking for oranges, and he is crying. But his mother can give him nothing but the river water. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, take her the red jewel out of my sword.
The swallow said,
My friends are waiting for me in Egypt. They are flying up and down the river, and they are talking to the flowers. Soon they are going to sleep in the temple.
The prince said,
Swallow, swallow, little swallow, stay with me for one night, and take the red jewel for me. The boy is very thirsty and the mother is very sad.
The swallow answered,
I don't like boys. Last summer, some boys threw stones at me. They never hit me. Swallows fly too well for that, but they were unkind.
Then he looked again at the unhappy face of the prince and said,
It is very cold here, but I am staying with you for one night. I am going to take the red jewel to the little boy's mother for you. Thank you, little swallow.
So the swallow picked the large red jewel out of the prince's sword and flew away with it over the roofs of the town. He flew over the ships in the river. He flew over the men in the marketplace.
At last he came to the poor house and looked in. The boy was in bed and he looked very ill. The mother was sleeping over her work. The swallow put the red jewel on the table beside her.
he flew quietly round the bed and fanned the boy's face. "That's good," said the boy. "I am much better." And he slept quietly.
Then the swallow flew back to the happy prince. He told him about his visit.
"It's really cold here," he said, "but I'm warm now." "That is because you did a good thing," said the prince. The little swallow thought about this, and then he slept.
The next morning, he flew down to the river and had a bath. "Tonight I go to Egypt," said the happy swallow.
He visited all the big buildings and he sat on their roofs for a long time.
At night time, he flew back to the happy prince and said, "I'm going to Egypt now."
"Swallow, swallow, little swallow, stay with me for one more night."
"They are waiting for me in Egypt. Tomorrow my friends are going to fly up to the waterfall. It is beautiful in there."
"Swallow, swallow, little swallow, far away across the city, I saw a young man in a poor little room under the roof. He sits at a desk with papers on it, and there are dead flowers in a glass beside him. His brown hair is long, his mouth is red and beautiful, and he has large eyes. He is writing a play, but he is very cold and hungry, and he can't finish it. There isn't a fire in the room, and he is sick."
"I am going to wait for you for another night,"
said the kindly swallow.
"Shall I take him another red jewel?"
"I only had one red jewel,"
said the prince.
"but I have my eyes. They are blue jewels and cost a lot of money. Pick out one of them and take it to him. He can sell it and buy wood for his fire. Then he can finish his play."
"Oh, Prince,"
said the swallow.
"I can't do that."
And he began to cry.
"Swallow, swallow, little swallow,"
said the prince.
"please do it for me."
So the swallow picked out one of the prince's eyes and flew away to the student's room with it. He got it easily through a hole in the roof. The young man had his head in his hands and he did not hear the bird. Then he found a beautiful blue jewel on the dead flowers.
"Someone is sending me for this for my play. Now I can buy food and firewood, then I can finish my play."
And he looked happy.
The next day, the swallow flew down to the river again. He watched the sailors at work on the ships. "I'm going to Egypt now," cried the swallow, but nobody looked at him. When the moon came up, he flew back to the happy prince. Then the prince cried,
"I want to say goodbye. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, stay with me for another night."
Then the swallow said,
"It is winter, and the cold snow is coming. In Egypt, the sun is warm on the green trees. My friends are building their nests in the temple. Dear Prince, I'm going to leave you, but I am never going to forget you."
The swallow wanted to come back and bring the beautiful jewels, one blue and one red, for the prince in the next spring.
Down in the square,
said the happy prince,
stands a little match girl. Her matches fell into the water, and they are all wet. She must bring home some money, or her father's going to hit her with a stick. She has no socks or shoes, and she is crying in the cold. Please take out my other eye and give it to her. Her father can't hit her then.
"I'm going to stay with you for another night," said the swallow, "but I can't pick out your other eye."
"Swallow, swallow, little swallow,"
said the prince.
"Please do it for me."
So the swallow picked out the prince's other eye. He flew down with it and put it in the match girl's hand.
"What a beautiful piece of glass,"
cried the little girl, and she laughed and ran home with it.
Then the swallow came back to the prince.
"You can't see now. I'm going to stay with you always."
"No, little swallow, you are going away to Egypt,"
said the poor prince.
"I'm going to stay with you always,"
said the swallow, and he slept at the prince's feet.
On the next day, he told the prince stories of other countries. He told him of the long-necked breakfast of Egypt. He told him of goldfish in the river there. He told him of the bad man and the green snacks. He told him of the smallest man in the world. They use large leaves and bows and are always fighting. And then the king said,
"Dear little swallow, you tell me many things up from other countries, but now fly over my city
little swallow, and look at all the things there.
So the swallow flew over the city. He saw the rich in their beautiful houses. He saw the poor at their gates. He flew into dark streets and he saw the white faces of hungry children. Then he flew back and told the prince,
My coat is gold. You can take it off leaf by leaf, and you can give it to my poor people. For them, gold is a good thing and can make them happy.
The swallow paid off the gold leaf by leaf. Soon the happy prince was great. The swallow carried leaf after leaf of the gold to the poor. The children's faces were no longer white and blue. They laughed and played games in the street. Then the children cried.
We have bread now. Then the snow came. And after the snow, the ice. The poor little swallow was very, very cold. But he did not leave the prince. He loved him too much. He picked up little pieces of bread and he flew quickly up and down. But he didn't get warm. At last, he knew, and he flew slowly up to the prince's arm for the last time.
Goodbye, dear prince, he said. May I kiss your hand?
You're going to Egypt at last, little swallow?
Asked the prince.
You stay a long time here.
I'm not going to Egypt. I'm going to die.
And he kissed the happy prince on the mouth. Then he fell down and died at the prince's feet. At that minute, something broke inside the statue. It was the lead heart. It broke into two.
Early the next morning, the town people walked to the square. They looked up at the statue. They said,
The happy prince looks old and dirty.
A man said,
He hasn't any blue jewels for eyes now, and the red jewel is not in his soul. It's not gold now, it just looks ugly.
A woman said,
And look, there is a dead bird at his feet. Birds can't die there.
So they pulled down the statue of the happy prince and put another statue in his place high above the city. And they threw away the pieces of the lead heart and the dead swallow. But God sent one of his servants down to the city.
Bring the lead heart and the dead swallow to me. This little bird is going to sing forever in my garden. And the happy prince is going to live in my city of gold.